It's pretty, man. I kind of like the blue better though. The blue is sexier than the green. Michelle, I want to talk to you about your video camera with the when you can play. Is that?
Yeah.
Because I think it's time for a new one. Anyway. Okay, well, let's get started here. If you can see it, okay. So you don't want to turn the lights off. We've always had the lights turned off. Who is it?
Somebody different.
You know what? It's just these ones that, as long as those stay off. Where's his weight, this skier?
Inside.
Yeah, inside and back, hey? Inside and back, this skier. You know that when you're skiing great, at the top of the arc, you engage the front part of the ski. If you think about a ski, the front part of the ski is the part of the ski that provides turning effort. And so you need to come like this, you need to move that way, engage the front of the ski so that the ski provides turning effort. We turn our legs when we ski, and sometimes the skis turn our legs for us. If you have them tuned properly, if the skis are good, and if you engage the right part of the ski with the skis tipped on their side, the snow presses against the tip of the ski and gets the ski to spin. So, you know, this skier here, back and inside, never quite getting to the front part of the ski, and I would work on certainly getting some separation in this skier so that they can come around instead of being like that. They can be a little bit stronger angled, and I would work on a fore-aft move to get the front of the ski engaged so that the turning of the ski is providing a stronger steering effort for the skier. Who does dolphin turns? Anyone here do dolphin turns? Anyone here like dolphin turns? No, I don't like them.
I don't like them.
That's a tip. You know, if you're doing a level 3 teaching thing, you got to pick exercises you can do. So have a whole bunch of exercises and pick the ones you can do.
Same.
Okay. You know, two things with that skier. One, that the legs are staying flexed. Here you don't see a lot of mobility in the ankle. So you have the skier stays flexed there. And again, you don't see a lot of angles at the hip. You don't see angulation this way here. Not sure what we're doing on this day, but on that terrain, that's by the T-bars up on Whistler Mountain, and this guy should be going faster. Should be flying down there and making stronger lateral moves as a result of turning the legs and increasing angulation as the ski goes through the turn. See how the first move is that kind of a move with the hands. A little better there. That move there with the hands. Maybe this, where is this? Is this Whistler?
I think it's
It's look like the
Oh, I know where this is. It's on 7th.
Seven Heaven. It's cubes.
7.
You know what this is? This is a level 3
good,
course. I'm pretty sure. Level 3 course.
Uniform?
Okay, you can see that skier just tipping and banking inside.
Oh, wait.
Okay, here's a question. When do the skis and the skier face in the same direction?
full line.
Yeah, in the fall line. So you see this skier here, his skis through that part of the turn, kind of beneath the fall line and towards the end of the turn, everything is facing the same direction. So he doesn't have a twist in the body. This skier has to finish the turn. I'm going to knock this camera over again. This skier has to finish the turn like this, like that, instead of like that. I said last week, if you were here, that your ability to wind and unwind your body as a result of steering the skis underneath you dictates how well you ski. You got to load the spring through the end of the turn, so skis are coming this way. Body is balancing down to the ski here like this. You've got separation, and then everything releases. The skis go out that way, and you unwind the body into the fall line. And it's there that you want everything, generally speaking, around there, you want everything to be facing the same direction. You end up on the inside ski as well. If the body squares off and rotates, you end up on the inside ski. Cool. Early morning training. Pretty good skier. What do you notice about the skis and the distance the skis are apart?
They get. Ooh.
It's not consistent.
Go in and out.
Narrower on that side and wider on that side.
They're what?
It's narrower on the.
Yeah, it's narrower on through the end of the turn.
Turn to the left.
Right here it's narrow in there, and then you see this here narrow here, and then you get a step in between turns like that kind of thing. Okay. Why do you think that would be?
Is it right foot?
Or she's forward. Who said that? Forward. She's forward. Yep, she's forward, and the person is moving this way and displacing the back of the ski. So what's happening is the skier is coming this way and then moving like that and doing that to the ski. So the stance is too far forward. The pivot point is too far forward. You know what I think this is on? Cat Skinner, on a ruined Cat Skinner morning. That was back when we had snow. Good back then. Skier's okay. A little forward, a little rotated in the hip. This skier's stronger turning effort through the lower part of the turn will help this person out and increase separation and angulation through the end of the turn as the base comes underneath the skier. But pretty good skier. Better on that side than that side. Gotta finish the turn. See where the skis get relative to the fall line. Skis have to come across the fall line more. Just bringing them to there. This is Cat Skinner, man. Bringing them to there and then trying to make a new turn. So the skis start to run away and then the skier hits the brakes to slow the base down. So instead of riding the skis down through effective steering, making the arc nice and round like that, the skier gets going a little quick and then displaces the tail to slow down. So what's required with this person is a stronger steering effort. Get the skis turned across. What do we got? Like military, 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Get the skis to 3 and 6 through the end of the turn. That's pretty good. Okay. You know what's some good energy with this skier?
Me.
Skis have some life. If you look at that and think that there's some hip rotation, then you are correct.
That's back in the day when no helmets. This side, no.
You can see here at the end of the turn when the jacket is tipped like that. You see the angle here, the line in there. It's because that side of the body is helping the turning effort of the ski. So that line gets tipped up like that. It should be pretty straight right there. It should be like this, a belt buckle. It should be straight like that, and it's like this here. And what happens when the hip rotates? The tail of the ski moves out a little bit.
Yes, yeah.
Forward
2 years
stance.
ago. Probably not all of
See the
them.
feet get displaced to the side.
Just breaks it.
What's that?
Just breaks it.
Yeah, if you stand forward and displace the back of the ski, then you're creating friction. You're not riding your equipment. Your process, your way of slowing down is to create friction by moving the back of the ski. And that's not expert skiing. Expert skiing is riding the skis and having the skis carry you, the skier, down the mountain. And your job as a skier is to steer the skis, articulate the legs, create angles on the snow so that the ski is nice and clean, and then it carries your body down the mountain in the most effective way possible. That's different. You don't want to slow the base down, and nor do you want to have to speed the mass up. So it's all about. We had that question. They were looking to hire a technical director here many years ago, and that was the question. In simple terms, describe Canadian technique. And we figured the best answer was that through steering and articulation of the lower body, turning of the lower body, the skis are put on a path down the mountain that carries the body as efficiently, as effectively as possible without interruption of the flow of the body. So to make a short story long here, pushing the tail of the skis is not expert skiing. It's slowing down. And that's how the world skis, huh? That's why we have jobs.
Yeah.
It's because the whole world is out there slowing down.
And Ken,
Yes.
let's say you're at the exam of level 3 and you've got one of your skier like this,
Yeah.
the one that we just saw.
Yeah.
In terms of assessment, it's clear. What would you say for helping to develop his skiing?
Get the weight back. Yeah, get the weight back. You can do some uphill Christies like this. Try and tie the stance of the weight being back a little bit with the ski performance on the snow. So try and give the skier the feeling of edging and steering the skis through an arc versus moving the back of the ski out. At the same time as giving the skier the feeling for standing further back on the equipment, standing more on their heels.
And type of drills?
Yeah, power
Drills?
plow. Yeah, like
Power
power
plow.
plows. That's awesome. Yeah, power plows for this skier. That's a great one. And start out on flatter terrain so that the person can stand like this and do that. I remember clearly, I had my level 2, and I remember clearly with the power plow exercise, like a light bulb went off on my head. I went, I stand too far forward. And it was through the power plow exercise that I realized that this is where we stand when we ski, not up here like that. And that's a great revelation to have, and power plow gives you that feeling of being back in here. Because your skis are in a wedge, you've got them on their sides already, and it gives you that feeling of being able to stand correctly and get the ski to perform correctly as a result of standing correctly. A little forward. That's it. I quit. I quit this sport. Straighten the ankle. This person has trouble flexing in the ankle joint. See how straight the legs get in there, and also the chicken and egg thing. I'm not sure if it's a straight ankle that causes the rotation, but also trouble with finding the direction. So get some flex in the ankle, get the ski to steer this way, and maintain or develop separation of upper and lower body.
A lot of upper body movement, not
Yeah,
in
you
the
know what,
legs.
this is what I don't like about this gear. You see how straight this is?
Yeah.
Like, I want to see the ankle get involved in creating angles on the snow. The ankle should go in like this, and the knee as well. And you watch the skier all the way down. The leg has that kind of a look to it, where they're not able to create edge angle on the snow by using their ankle and their knee. And it's hard to get grip. This is cat skinner, so it's steep. And if you have a challenge, with flexion and getting the ankle to help and the knee to help in angulation, then you're going to have trouble with it because it's steep and it's groomed. You know that a run that's steep and groomed seems steeper than a run that is the same steepness but bumps on him. Because skiing bumps, you can place your skis like on, they're on stairs. So the run is actually flatter with the bumps. And sometimes it's more difficult to do good skiing on black diamond runs that are groomed. And that's why a lot of the ski-off maneuvers on the level 4 ski-off are done on black diamond runs that are groomed. Because it's a good test. Forward. Forward, you see the way the back of the skis move. Okay. See the way the back of the skis move.
Not a lot of ankle movement either.
What's that?
Not a lot of ankle movement either.
Yeah,
Just
got to get back. Person's got to get back on the skis. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Lots of good stuff going on with this gear. There we go. Nice. Good. Yeah, pretty good skiing here. You know, good in here. There's separation. Skis are getting steered across.
Oops. On this side. No, it's better.
Good. Good. Pretty good. I know this skier, and he's very good at short turns and good at skiing bumps. Bigger turns, he doesn't angulate at the hip enough. So with this person, I'm trying to get them to ski more larger turns, carving type turns. This is what he's good at right here.
Is he level 2 or level 3?
You know, he's not Canadian.
Okay.
But he would pass, you know, level 4 short radius, level 4 bumps. Yeah, I think he would pass the bigger turns, a little more challenging.
Ken, how do you explain that one person will work for 3 days 3 years on their skiing, and there is no real improvement? Another person, same years, assume they're about the same. How come one of them will improve their skiing and the other one will not improve their skiing?
That's a good question. You know, you've got to be open, and you've got to accept that what you have right now is not what you want to have in the end. Skiing is an evolution. You know, I'm always working on my skiing and trying to change stuff. I got some stuff going on now. And if I, at any point in my life, say, okay, I'm good enough, then I've just stopped the learning process. You know, skiing is, you're never good enough at skiing. Skiing is an open-ended, skilled sport, and you're never good enough. And if you were good enough yesterday, you're not good enough today, because the snow is different yesterday than today. You need to always be seeking the next level of expertise, or next level of skill, and I think there's a lot of people that are in the ski school that are just happy with how they ski now.
Well,
and if you're happy with how you ski now, then you're probably not going to want to change, because change feels weird. You're trying to make a change, you're like, man, that feels strange. And you know, you got to get used to, you got to appreciate feeling strange, because I feel strange all the time.
No, you will see those. No, those people. You will see them. They're training. They go in morning session.
Yeah.
They go on all day session. They can. And I even see some people. They went on the exam a couple of years ago. Then they go an exam. Their score is lower.
Yeah.
How do you?
You know what? I don't put too much importance on what the scores are. You know, just because I've seen that before. I've seen someone, they're close, their scores go down a little bit the next year, and then the next year they pass. And so, you know, don't place too much, you know, oh, you know what, I got 5 fours this year, and last year I only got 1 4. Something like it doesn't really matter. The important thing
Might
is
be
that,
there.
yeah, you're moving forward, and you know it's a evolution type stuff. And that, you know what? There's also people that are better athletes. There's people out there that their ceiling is very high, and whatever their background is, they're athletes, and athletes can change very, very quickly. Yeah, Jane?
It's actually in the DNA.
It is in the DNA.
It is.
It's in my genes, baby.
It is.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, so there's 2 factors there. How open you are to change, how capable you are of changing, how aware you are of your body. Also, how good the coach is. You need a coach that is directing you in the right manner, in the right fashion, or coaches. So, a lot of factors there, but I think the biggest thing is being open-minded, and you're just, guess what, you're never good enough. If you guys have the goal of passing level 4 one day, you will pass level 4, and if you say, oh, I'm good enough now I've made it, then your skiing is going to decline. You're never good enough. Accept that and keep working on your skiing. And keep striving.
Even when you make the HP team, Ken?
Sorry?
Even when you made the
Yeah,
HP.
even when you make that team.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 different sides here. He rotates a little bit on his turn to the... Oh. If we're looking for stuff, rotates on that left side of his body. So you watch the way the hand comes across his body there. See the way the hand comes across. So he's doing a little bit of this on that side. The other side's a little nicer that way. There, like that. Even the shape of the elbow on the pole plant. See the way the elbow is like this in here? When someone's planting like that, it's a good indication that they're not pulling the turnaround. It's when you see an elbow go like this and the pole plant happen that way that you know there's some upper body involvement. So that's pretty nice there. And then this side's a little different. See the way that shape of the arm is? It straightens it out that way. That's better. But that's level 4 type run right there. Forward stance and rotating and forward. See the way the hip gets high on this side of the body? Hip gets high, the jacket line is tipped in, so the person is here and doing that with the hip, maybe not as much as I just showed, but a rotation and a forward stance, which go together sometimes. Hip rotation, lots of hip rotation. And that's why this person's off balance, getting bucked a little bit by the ski. You get inside like that, the ski starts to run away, you can't steer to finish the turn. Cool. Okay, you got to work on linkage, turn linkage here. Instead of stepping like that, got to get the feel for what just happened.
Try it out.
The light here shows red.
Stand
Both hands?
The fan?
Yeah, so why is this heat, why is it so hot? Or shouldn't there be a fan on? Michelle, you're an expert at technology.
Not really, but we should hear the fan, yeah. You don't hear the
I
fan?
don't hear a fan.
Uh-oh. Is there a button for fan? Stop that.
This is a gear jammer maybe?
No, still cat scanner, but I think it's more left. Oh, it's the same group.
Same skiers?
Yeah.
No, this is gear jammer. Yeah, skiers left and they groomed it. They hardly ever groom this one, but they groomed it this day. This is the steepest part, you know, gear jammer where it's steep like that, and it's quite intimidating. Can't hear. What's up? Sure. Yeah. Yeah. You can't get the ski to bite if you rotate the body inside. The body rotates inside, the ski just wants to keep slipping away that way. It's by turning like this and separating like that that you get the ski on its side and you get the weight on the ski.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, there's that
See the hip, huh? The skier skis the way that hip is doing that. The more the hip goes like this, like that, the flatter the ski goes. If I stand with separation here, I've got lots of edge like that. As this hip gets involved, the feet flatten out and the ski doesn't grip. It starts to slip away.
It looks on edge because you see the base, but it's not really.
It's not. You know, anytime you're doing that with your hip, you're actually just pushing the back of the ski.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
You won't get the back of the ski to hold like that. You do this, and then the ski gets pushed away. It's hard, you know, that like, you look at a good skier and everything looks so simple because the lower body leads the turning effort and then everything stacks up. So the feet have a lead change, the knees have a lead change, the hip, the shoulders, and it's all on the same plane. And you watch a good skier and you go, man, that looks simple. And that's the look of simple, is when the lower body leads the turning effort and everything stacks up on the same plane on top of the feet. And you watch you know, a skier like this where there's this going on, so the feet might have a lead change like that, but then the hip gets turned and it's at a different angle than the feet are, and then stuff starts to look like it doesn't add up. And when you see that, you got to go back down in here and get the skier to turn using the legs and avoid or resist that. So turn using the legs and maintain this action in the hip so that the body stacks up on top of the feet. And this person is doing that, and that's why it looks challenged. It looks challenged. Your skiing looks challenged. Okay. All right. Some hip rotation here. Hip and the feet facing the same direction. Good skier. Good skier. We need to develop some separation with this skier. And you can tell because you see this happen. This. See the line of the jacket in there. And it tips up like that, the skier's gone here, like this, and the line gets tipped this way. And if the skier can do that like this, then stuff stays level here, that way. Good skier though.
And that's made him really inclined too.
Yep. Yeah, you can't angulate. See this? You see how straight it is in here, like that. If we can get more separation in this person skiing, then instead of that kind of look there, this ends up that way, and then the person can angulate because that hip is out of the way, and they can balance to the outside ski. Okay, better on that side.
Yeah.
Whoa! Cool. See the way that a little forward, a little rotated. There it comes. That's okay.
Right?
Seems the skier's staying forward up.
Not on that turn.
No, not this one.
No. I remember this day, and this person had stiff, sharp skis on, and the snow had been groomed and was grippy snow, and the ski just got loaded a lot like that. He was a good skier, that guy, and but wasn't having fun on those skis on that day.
Chia skis, I think.
Yeah, he's good at it. Wow.
Okay. You turn the body again. If you turn the body, the ski won't grip and steer. Then everything becomes like a slip, a tail slip. Good run.
Yeah.
Again, you see one side a little stronger than the other side. That side's good there. This side gets a little rotated. This side pretty good there. That side gets a little rotated. You see the side of the hip there on that left side of the body. There. Okay, nice in there. A little rotated in there. Good. Hip rotation, a little forward. You know, it's good that I keep this. This is my staff, and then I can film some video, hopefully if we get snow, on similar terrain and see how they're doing. This is 2 years ago. See how they're doing this year versus then. They better be better, or they're fired. Forward stance. Recreational skier. Same skier. Okay. Hip rotation now, meaning some angles at the hip, because the hip gets turned with the feet. Wow, that's a nice looking morning right there. Wow. On zigzag. Okay, forward stance and the hip rotating. When you ski like that, you can't get the ski to bite and steer. If this gets involved too much, if that gets involved too much with the turn, you can't get the ski to steer under. See, what part of the turn do you think that person is challenged by? What part of the turn is a challenge?
I'm going to say first. Initially.
Well,
if
you say the whole thing,
the end of the turn.
You're probably right. She's not in this room, is she? I don't even know who that is. But yeah, but the person has trouble doing that, looping the ski underneath, because they end up there.
She starts to tell you,
Yeah, there's lots going on, for sure. That's better. Still, you know what? We want hip angulation. Let's see some hip angulation. A little bit more. You see how straight that is? A little better here on that side. And then this side gets kind of straight. Pretty good skier there. Good. You know what? This person's doing okay if she just knew where she was going. Because her skis actually are doing some nice stuff on the snow. She's just using too much of that kind of stuff and kind of... Man, that's wild. That's Sky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, is she ever better now, hey?
I know, you ski with her. I didn't see her lately.
Shit, that's wild. There you go, that's pretty good. This person has a nice feel for that action with the ski on the snow. Skin stays a little flexed in the ankle. And is using a fair bit of upper body involvement.
Might be Jacques.
I don't even know who that is.
Jacques. Jacques Roux.
Jacques Roux, level 4. There you go. Forward stance. Flexed in the ankle and pushing the back of the ski a little bit. As well, when you look at the edging of the ski, you don't see the ski. The ski doesn't come up enough on its side. Changing the person's stance and working on edging would help. So, you know, like some carving stuff on flat terrain, where you get down here and put the skis like that. Try and get this person to leave some pencil lines on nice flat terrain, so they get the feel for standing here and making lateral moves to get the skis tipped up on their side. Forward stance. See the ski move out, and the ski's too flat. If you stand too far forward, your ski's too flat on the snow. He's got new skis this year, he's skiing way better. Okay, you can't see it of his goggles or something. I'm not sure what's going on there. Everything you do in skiing is done because you want the ski to come up on its side and grip. That's all. You stand like this. You stand like this, which this person isn't doing. You stand like this so that you can turn your legs, because you can't turn your legs from here. So you stand like this so you can turn your legs. You turn your legs, which gets the skis tipped on their side. Once you have the skis tipped on their side, then you manage the edge angle through increasing separation. And then once you're managing the edge angle, you're starting to get pressure built up, and then you've got to time your moves to operate under the pressure to keep the ski in contact with the snow throughout the turn. So it's all, you know, it all comes back to ski on the snow and edge grip. When you're watching these people, when you're watching anyone ski, that's your first question. How well do they ski? Let's see how well the skis grip on the snow. That's the answer. Forward. Moving the back of the ski. Got to get a stance like here. There. It's a lot of filming, huh? Oh, big, now I'm losing it. That's a good skier. Okay. That's a good skier, a little loose in the upper body, but skis work well. Here he comes. Gets the ski to work well there. Just kind of loses the angles doing that kind of a move, but you know, the lateral moves and the leg action is strong with that skier. Okay, a couple more, and then forward stance. You don't see a lot of, you don't see the skis biting at all, do you? Just kind of pushing the ski out and drifting. This person has some timing issues. See the person going down like this when they should be resisting, and coming up when they should be flexing. So they're using this in the skiing. It's like the largest session group ever. Forward stance. Okay, it's not bad. Not bad. A little pitch there at the waist. I like that skier to settle in this way as opposed to that. Pretty good. Watching the skis. The skis have some nice steering there going on. Nice turn shape. Short radius. A little bit straight here. Not bad skiing. A little bit straight in the path. I would slow down the radius or slow down the rhythm and make the turn a little rounder. Forward stance. Displacing the back of the ski. It's good. It's like nameless, faceless people this week. They're not even ski school people anymore. They're just guys in green. Look at the crowd. Holy smokes. Forward stance. Forward in the ankle. And you know, when the leg flexes that way, it doesn't affect the edge of the ski. The leg has to go in. Everything has to go in this way, not that way. If you flex that way, you're not affecting the edge. You're not doing anything to the ski. You got to go in sideways so the ski comes up on its side. Forward stance. See the back of the skis getting moved. Pretty good skier, huh? You know what I like about the skier is down here, getting that kind of action going on with the skis. Just coming up in the femur like that at the start of the turn and getting a little displacement of the tail at the start. Forward stance. It's like a common theme here, isn't it? and then some coordination things, timing and coordination things with the hands again. You see the skis doing this at the top. She skis way better than this now. Most improved. She gets most improved. Forward stance. Oh, it'll sound like a broken record. Anytime you see the skier like that and the back of the ski move, it's forward stance, and the person has to get back and pivot from underneath the heel. The skiers need to feel like the tip of the ski is getting directed into the turn rather than the tail of the ski getting moved outside the turn. And it's so common. And if you're using that technique, you're slowing down everywhere. Every turn is friction instead of riding the skis. You put the bumps on YouTube. Thanks, Kawasaki. That was great, man. I loved it. I loved it. All right, some timing issues with this person. Getting a little bit in the back seat. You know, the pole plant has to come to finish a short radius turn. Your timing for a pole plant and short radius turn is not the same as in a big turn. The timing of the pole plant has to come when the skis are at their, I'll say, steepest edge angle. When the skis are tipped up like that, that's when the pole hits the snow. You watch this person, the pole comes late when the skis have already flattened and gone into the turn. And when a person has that kind of timing, their weight goes back. You know what? It's a good skier, and it just has to fit the pieces together a little better. Oh, that's it. Okay, that's it. That's the signal.